Right into it. We're going to be doing all different types of twists and turns, just detoxing the body and preparing for this spring season that we have on its way. So let's get right into it. We're going to start in a seated position. And let's think about lengthening through the spine, finding those sit bones, and hands can come to the knees. And we're going to start with just slow, gentle circles as we start to warm the body up, saying hello to the back. We are going to focus on targeting every part of the body today, taking those circles in the opposite direction, but really, really focusing on twisting the body. And then at the end, maybe we'll try a crazy little pose that I saw the other day that I know we need to definitely twist to warm up the body to prepare for this pose. And we'll see if I can even remember how to get into this pose. We'll see how we feel at the end. Taking it once more in the opposite direction. We're going to take our time warming up the body. Remember your breath. Remember to breathe. Pause wherever you need to. Last time, take it in the opposite direction. And then bringing it back to the center, we're going to reach the arms back, clasp the fingers behind you, really open the shoulders here. You can tuck the chin in if you choose, or point the nose forward. Just hold it for a few breaths. Maybe see what happens if you pull the belly button into the spine. See what happens if you let the belly release and soften. I always like to explore with the body because it's different each day. And then releasing the clasp, we're going to point the fingers back as the palms lay down on the ground. Bend the elbows, point the elbows back, and really continue to open up the heart. Maybe gaze up to the ceiling. And then start to push the arms straight and really lengthen here. You can let the head fall back and settle. And then bringing it back to the center. Hands come back on the knees. Just one time, a slow circle. So let's take it over towards that right shoulder. Let's take it forward. Pause it here for a moment. Make sure those sit bones stay grounded. Take it over to the left knee. Did I say shoulder first time? And back to the center. We'll go the opposite direction. Left knee and center. Right knee and back up. Good. Let's take a gentle twist. Right hand over to the left knee, left hand behind you. Lengthen that spine. Open up. Opposite side. We're still warming up, so this twist does not have to be deep. Listen to your body. And bringing it back to the center. We're going to clasp the hands behind the head. Sit up as tall as you can. So we're going to start with our twisting here. So I want you to twist towards that left knee and just hold it here. So what we're trying to do is have the heart meet right in the center of that knee, and we're just holding. Take it to the opposite side and hold. Again, opposite side. Notice what happens to the rest of the body when you do this. Notice, do the knees want to start to come up? Are you having a hard time holding this pose? One more each side. Use your breath. Last time, right side. And release it to the center. Fingertips come in front of you. Walk it forward. Let the head hang. Let the elbows bend. Take it as far as you can go. I never know where to put this microphone because wherever I put it, it always gets in the way. Walk it back up. We're going to clasp the hands behind the head again. We're going to take our twist deeper. So we twist to the left side. Right knee will Right elbow will tap. I can get my body parts together. Back to the center. Twist to the right side. Left elbow taps. And center. Twist it again. Tap. Last time. Twist it to the right. And tap. Good. Bringing it back to the center. Release the hands behind you again. Clasp the fingers. Open up the shoulders. Again, chin can drop into the chest if that feels good for you. Or point the nose forward. Release the clasp. Take the hands flat. Start to bend the elbows. Really open up here as you start to push the arms straight. Hands come back to the knees. We take that slow circle again, right side. Hang it out here. Forward, hang it out here. Left side. And back to the center. Opposite direction, left side. And center. And right side. And center. Let's take a twist towards that left knee, right hand to the left knee, left hand behind you, and open length in the spine. Take this as deep as you choose. Opposite side. And back to the center. We're going to come up onto all four hands and knees. You find your way there however you choose, whether you roll through the center or take the legs out to the side. So let's just rock the hips side to side. Give the back a moment from all of that twisting. And then we're going to drop the belly, point the nose to the ceiling. We're just going to hold this here. Slightly push the ground away. And then tuck the chin round through the back. Push the ground away. And belly drops again, nose to the ceiling. Hold. And bring it to a flat back. So bring it to a flat back. Point the nose down to the ground. And I want you to really feel your hips lock in. So my tailbone is not going to tuck, but it's just really making sure that it's pushing back towards the back of the room. So I really have this straight tabletop feeling. Nose is pointed down to the ground so that the neck is straight. I want you to take that left hand and just step it in some. Right arm, we're going to reach it up to the ceiling as we twist. Needle this right hand all the way through down to the right shoulder. And then slide the left arm up. And then I want you to imagine that someone is behind you trying to just pull you back some so you can feel that stretch. And sliding the left hand back, pressing it back up to the right. Give yourself a moment and tabletop. Feel this alignment. Step that right hand in just a little bit. Left arm reaches up. Needle it all the way through, down to the shoulder. Right arm slides up. Imagine someone's behind you, just slightly pulling you back so you feel that release. And right hand slides back. Left hand comes. We're back up to all four hands and knees. Rocking side to side again. Let that back release. So we're going to come into our first downward dog. Curl the toes under. Press it back to your downward dog. Bicycle the legs. We're still warming up. And then taking the feet wide, so feet are coming to the edges of the mat. Really push back, get this length here. I want you to round and pull the belly button into the spine and then release. Let the belly drop. We'll do it again. Round, pull the belly button into the spine. Release, let the belly drop. Slight bend in the knees. Take your gaze up to your hands and just hold it here. Good. Starting to take the legs back straight. Let the head hang. I want you to take that right hand to the center of your mat. Really find your foundation here. Left hand is going to reach back and grab onto that right ankle. Just hold it here. And release. Left hand comes to the center. Right arm reaches back. Left ankle, hold. And release. Both hands come back up to the top into your downward dog. Wide leg downward dog. We are still in. And then just step the feet back together about hip distance apart, back to bicycling the legs. And then we're going to take a journey and walk it to the top. Really bend the knees here, hang it out in rag dog. Let me slide this microphone over to the side because it is all in my chin. Sway this side to side if you need it. Knees are really, really bent. And then coming to that half lift. Fingertips align with the toes, or remember, hands can be on the lower part of the legs. This always feels good too. Neither one is more advanced than the other. Just see what feels good for your body. Bending the knees, inhale the arms all the way up. Really take up all this space. Exhale it all the way down. Coming to your half lift. We're going to step the right foot back. Drop the right knee. Arms inhale up. Hands exhale back down to the ground. Right toes curl under. We lift. Pull it back to a plank. And then I want you to drop your heels over to the right side. Center. Left side. And center. Push it back to your downward dog. And we'll take a walk back to the top of the mat. Coming back to that half lift. As you exhale, bend the knees. Really hang it out here. Sway it side to side if you want to. This microphone is really... And let's inhale it all the way up. Exhale it down. Coming to your half lift. Left foot will step back. Left knee drops. Arms inhale up. Bringing the hands back down to the ground. Curl the left toes under. We lift up. Pull it back to your plank. Heels drop over to the left side and center. Right side and center. Push it back to your downward dog. Good. We're going to take this walk again to the top of your mat. Coming back to your half lift and exhale, fold. Inhale it all the way up. Exhale it down. Half lift. Right foot steps back. We drop the knee. Release the toes. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Right hand stays on the ground. Right toes curl under. We lift the leg. Left arm reaches up. Really power through that right heel. Push that right hand into the ground. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Good. Left hand comes back down. We pull it back to your plank. We drop the heels over to the right and center and left and center. Push it back to your downward dog. Here we go again. Step it to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Half lift. Left foot steps back. Release the knee. Inhale the arms up. Good. Release the hands down. Left hand stays. Left toes curl under. Lift the knee. Reach it up. Remember, power through that leg, those arms. Right hand comes back down. We pull it back to your plank. Drop the heels to the right and left and center and downward dog. Good. Let's step it to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Body is warming up. Half lift. Step the right foot back. Drop the knee down. Arms inhale up. Good. Hands release down to the floor. Curl the right toes under. Right hand stays. Right knee lifts. Left arm, this time I want you to reach it forward and we'll circle it all the way back. Good. Again, take it forward. Circle back. Once more, take it forward. Circle it back. Good. Bring that left hand on the inside of the foot. Heel toe that left foot out. We're going to drop this right knee, release the toe, and let that left knee open up. If you can drop it out, drop it out. If not, keep it up. And breathe here. Open that chest. Gaze is forward. Bringing the knee back to center. So we're going to curl the right toes under. Lift that right knee. Now I want you to walk this all the way to the back of your mat. Right knee bends. Left arm stays. Right arm reaches up. Circle it back. Forward all the way around. Here we go. Good. Once more. All the way around. And release. Right hand comes on the inside. Left knee releases. Heel toe that right foot out. Let that knee drop out. If you can, open your chest. Stay lifted, stay up. Good. Bringing that knee back to the center. Left toes curl under. We lift. We walk it all the way back to the top. We pull that left foot back to your downward dog. Bicycle the legs here. Body is warming up. Slight bend in the knees, 1 foot at a time. Step it to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Half lift. Right foot steps back. We drop the knee. Release the toes. Arms inhale up. Hold the arms up here. Really reach for the ceiling. Let the shoulders release down the back. Right toes curl under. We're getting into our power now. I want you to lift that right knee up off the ground. If it's too intense for you, keep the right knee down. Hold here and breathe. Both hands come to heart center. We're going to take right elbow to the outside of that left knee. Now press it and twist. Good. So gaze can be down at that right big toe, or maybe you take the gaze back. Bringing it back to the center. Reach it up. Power in those legs. Exhale the hands down. Pull it back to your downward dog. Whew. Bicycle those legs. Step it to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Half lift. Left foot steps back. Release the knee, release the toes. Inhale it up. Hold it here, coming back into this power. Release the shoulders. Left toes curl under. We lift. We hold. Hands come to heart center. Really ground yourself. Left elbow outside of the knee. Take this twist. Good. Release it back to the center. Arms reach up. Hands come down. Pull it back to your downward dog. Whew, warming up. Bicycle the legs if you still need it. Or rock the hips side to side. Take that step to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Half lift. Right foot steps back. So I want you to sink in the hips here. Right hand is going to stay on the inside of that foot. Left hand is going to come on the inside. We're going to heel toe it out. So now we're taking that inside hand. I want you to place it behind your head. So it's going to be a little Different because we're going to do the inside arm and the outside, but we're doing inside first. So left elbow comes all the way down, taps the ground if you can. Take it back up, take the elbow to the ceiling, open here. Once more, tap it, take it up, open. Last time, tap it. Whoo, take it up, open. Good. Bringing that left hand down on the inside. Keep that back leg powered. Open the chest. We're going to walk it all the way to the back. Right knee bends. Sink here. Both hands come on the inside. Right hand comes behind the head. Right elbow taps. Open. Tap. Open. We are opening up for this crazy pose at the end. Tap. Open. Good. Right hand comes down. Walk it back to the top. Pull that left foot back. Downward dog. Breathe it here. Body is warmed up. Back is opening up. Take a step to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale it up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Let's give those arms a break for a moment. Bring that right knee in to the chest. Clasp the fingers. Pull it in as far as you can. Good. Release the knee. Bring the hands back to heart center, coming into your warrior three. Kick that right foot all the way back. Hands stay at heart center. Square off those hips. Breathe. Bringing that right knee back into the chest. Reach the arms up. Keeping the body power and activated for these twists. Bring the hands back to heart center. So we're going to open up to a half moon as you kick that leg back. Open the arms, half moon. Reach left arm down, right arm up. Right foot lowers in the back into your warrior two. Reverse this, reach it back. Oh, yes. Windmill the hands down to the ground. Pivot on that back foot, step it forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale it up. Exhale, hands heart center, left side, left knee up. Ground yourself, clasp the fingers, pull the knee in. Good. Release the knee, hands heart center. Kick it back, that warrior three. Keep kicking through the heel. Gaze is down to the ground. Hands are heart center, power. Still keeping this body warm and powered up. Bringing the knee back up. Reach the arms up. Whew. Hands heart center. As you kick the leg back, we're opening up into our half moon. So hips open. Right arm reaches down. Left arm reaches up. Left foot is flexed. Balance and breathe. Left foot drops in the back. Warrior two. Reverse it. How good does that feel? Windmill the hands down. Pivot on that back toe. Pull it back to your downward dog. Breathe it here. Oh, yes. Body is opening up. Back is loosening up. Step it to the top. We're going to go back to these twists. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale it all the way up. Exhale it down. Inhale, half lift. Stepping that right foot back. Keeping this leg powered up. Both arms come on the inside. You can heel toe that foot out a little bit for some space, but not too much so that you stay on balance. We're just going to take this right hand, bring it behind your head. Now notice you're going to want to kind of fall towards the left because we have so many things on the left side, but bring that right elbow down to the ground. Release the forearm down, the hand down. Reach the left arm up. Take this twist. If you need to drop that back knee, you can, but we're trying to stay powered up here. Hold it and breathe. Don't let that left knee fall out. Bringing that left hand back down to the ground. Push it up
to both hands. I want you to drop that back heel into your warrior two, but we're staying grounded here. Left hand stays, right arm reaches up. Sometimes I like to press up to the fingertips, like really open here. Right hand comes back down to the ground. Pivot back to your right toes. Now we're going to heel toe this left foot out to the side until you find enough balance to where you can stack the feet. Reach that left arm up, open. See if you can bring that left foot right back to the top. Whoo, power in that move. Walk it all the way to the back of your mat. Sink in that left foot. Sink in the hips. Open up. Same thing, opposite side. So really try to ground yourself because your body's going to want to come off balance because we have this left hand behind the head. Drop the left elbow. Release the arm. Right arm reaches up. Just a little crazy way to get into that pose. Keep reaching. Right hand comes back down. Press it all the way back up. We're going to heel toe this foot out to the side until you find enough balance to kick that leg back. Push the hips up. Hold. Right foot comes right back to the top. Good job. Walk it to the center. Heels slightly out, toes slightly in. Almost forgot what I was doing. Hang it out here. Feel that relief in the back. Feels so good. Press it back up. Slight bend in the knees. Walk it back to the top. Step it forward. Coming to your half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale it all the way up. Exhale it down. Half lift. Right foot steps back. Arms inhale up. Good. Hold it here. Breathe. We're going to drop the back heel to your warrior two. Release the arms. Release the shoulders. Reverse it. Left arm comes down to the ground. Left hand. Right arm reaches up. Let's take a bind here. So really sink in these hips. Right hand will come behind you. Maybe this is your stopping point of just the hand hanging out here. Or that left hand is going to bind and grab. Looking down at your left big toe, step that right foot forward and forward until you can ground it. Left foot will come up on the toes. We're going to open up into your bird of paradise. So really get that grip. Come up on an inhale. Breathe. Keep your balance. Feel the body open before you take that leg. You can keep it bent or the leg can go all the way up. Whew. Good. Knee bends. We go back down the same way that we came up, grounding that left foot, stepping that right foot back. Release the left hand. Release the right arm. Close it off. Bring that right hand down to the ground. Heel toe that left foot out. Now kind of bend, or I guess twist towards your right side. We're not going into that side plank, but we're going to let that right hip drop down to the ground so you get this nice release. Protect your knees so toes follow the knee. Take a gaze back if you choose. And then pivot right back up. Pull it back to your downward dog. Told y'all we're going to do some crazy stuff, and we haven't even done the pose at the end yet. But let's see if I even remember how to get into that pose. But let's do this opposite side. So step it back to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale it all the way up. Exhale it down. Half lift. Left foot steps back to your lunge. We reach the arms up. Good. We open to that warrior two. We release. Right hand, let's reverse it. I think we reversed it first. So quick to get into bird of paradise. Right hand comes down to the ground. Left arm reaches up. Good. Take that left hand behind the back. Remember, you can stay here if you choose, or you can bind it. We ground that front foot, step the left, step it again till you make it to the top, coming to the right toes. Get that clasp and take it up. Whew. Body is different on either side. Make sure you're open first before you take that leg all the way up to the ceiling. Find your balance, ground yourself. Right knee bends back, go back down the same way you came up. Right hand releases, left hand releases. Whew. Close it off down to the ground. Remember, pivot to the toes. We're heel toeing that right foot all the way to the side so we can drop that left hip down. Just gives it a slight release. Gaze back. And then rotate it back, pull it back to your downward dog. You should feel amazing no matter if you were able to do everything or not. As we start to slow it down, we're going to try to get into this last pose. I got to see if I even remember it. Oh, but let's try it. Step it to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Hang it out here. Inhale it up. And exhale it down. Coming back to your half lift. Let's step that right foot back. So we're bringing this left hand on the inside. Right hand is on the inside as well. Let's see if I even remember this. I might end up having to do it an old school way. Let's tuck this. Let's do something different. Let's tuck this left hand underneath that left thigh. I guess I'm on the thigh. We'll come into a balancing split. So both elbows bend until you can slide that left foot out, open up. Now that right foot can stay on the ground if maybe that's where you want to stay for today, or you try to lift and hold and breathe and bring it down to both knees. Take a child pose. Oh. So sometimes when I'm playing with new poses, I have to watch it a few times. So I really wanted to give you all this new pose, but I'll have to do it in a separate video where I just break it down because I don't really remember how to get into it. Let's come back up onto all four, hands and knees. Let's go back into your downward dog. We'll do the opposite side, balancing split. Step it to the top. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Inhale it all the way up. And exhale it down. Half lift. Step that left foot back. Both hands come on the inside sink here. Right hand is going to tuck under, coming to the outside. So remember, the trick here is elbows have to bend so that they can support you. So we bend the elbows so you can slide that right foot out. Remember, you can stay on that back toe or balance. Woo. Oh, yes. Oh, it's been a while since I've done that too. And child pose. Take this child pose, stretch it out. We are going to do one last crazy pose because I don't really remember the other one. There's a different one that involves some upside down, and we'll just try to open up since we've done so much twisting and stuff to the back. Let's bring it up onto all four, hands and knees. Bring it into your downward dog because it would not be a One with Ebony class if you did not get challenged with something. Even challenging myself, that's the goal. So let's just walk it to the top. Bend the knees, hang it out, and roll it up. Oh, as if the bird of paradise and the balancing split was not enough. Let's just try something crazy. Because like I said, it wouldn't be One with Ebony if we didn't just try something fun and crazy. I don't know the name of this pose, but it's just always been an amazing pose for me because once you really get into it, it feels really, really good. The longer you can hold it, even if you have someone that can help you in once you're in this pose, help you like with your balance. That way your body can do other things to really open up and feel this pose. The easiest way for me to show you is to stand backwards. I'm going to put my back towards you. So my right foot is going to kind of be out towards the side. We're going to squat down. My right elbow is going to come underneath my right leg. So I want to shift over to my right side. As I do, my left hand is balancing me. So as I shift, my left leg comes up, I grab it, and I start to open up. I want to pull that left foot into my glute, and I want to point that left knee to the ceiling as much as I can. So the pose that we were going to do at the end involves this too, but it's more in a twisted way. So I have to practice that a little more and then I'll show it to you. But what I was saying about this pose is if you can find somebody that can stand behind you, and when you're in this pose, it's like, wait, what? Which part of me is the front and the back? But they'd be standing behind your head and just kind of helping you tuck this foot in and pull this knee up more. Because as you do, you really feel the back of the body open. So release it. We come down into kind of a awkward yogi squat to be able to shift to the opposite side. So knees have to bend. Now we're doing opposite side. So left hand will come under. My right hand is already going into my grounding. This is my tighter side. But we pull that foot and lift it up. And the more that knee releases up, the more you feel a release really in the entire back of the body. And release it. Come all the way down to a seated position. Whether you got into it or not, be proud of yourself because you tried. This was something different, a little bit more intense with the standing splits, with the twisting, with the bird of paradise. All that twisting is detoxing the body. Remember I said in the beginning? So if you find yourself releasing burps, gas, whatever it may be, it is so normal after a detoxing yoga flow. So let's bring the bottoms of the feet together, pull the heels in, grabbing onto the toes, just lean it forward and breathe. Use your elbows to open up. We have one last pose I absolutely love to feel, to open up the back even more, to open up the glutes even more. You really got to work on you have to work on all parts of the body, but working on the back of the body is a good way to release things from the past. Like you don't want to hold on to them anymore. You don't want them to make your body rigid. You want the spine to move in so many different directions. So we're going to hold this for a little bit longer as we slow the breath down. Just honor everything that you did today, no matter how deep you got into the pose, or if there was a pose you had to just sit out, that's still fine, because the point is that you came to the mat, you showed up. That alone is the most important part. Everything else is just the journey in between. But the start of it, the finish, is so important. The journey is just where you play, you have fun. If you fall over, you fall over, so what? If you can do something today, but not tomorrow, or maybe not today, but yes, tomorrow, it's all just the journey through. It's all just still so magical. And you have still accomplished so many things. Let's lengthen up here. Release the shoulders. Point the nose forward. The body is probably going to start to have all types of, if you aren't already, sensations going through it, because we did a little bit of power. We did all these twisting things. We were upside down. Let's take the feet, slide them forward so they create, to your legs, create a diamond in the center. Grabbing onto the toes, I want you to get some length here and then fold into yourself as far as you can go. This is really stretching into the back of the body, the hip flexors, the glutes. You may feel a little bit in your knees. Breathe it here. Slow it down. Take a moment, honor all of that new open space that you feel in the body. Honor the places where you still feel the tightness because that just tells you, oh, I got to come back to my mat again. And bringing it all the way back up. Release the legs straight, shake them out. And then bringing yourself all the way down to your back. Find whatever position is comfortable for you. If there's a little bit of movement that you still need to do as you find your way into your Savasana, honor whatever movement you need. I always like to give you a moment to do what your body needs because you've been guided this entire time, but maybe your body's been screaming something that you just needed to do. So take that time, listen to your body as you find your way into your Savasana. And here is where we just be. We have a moment of stillness. We have a moment to feel everything we just did and be aware of all the things we just did. We have a moment of gratitude, a moment of just honoring this body, this physical body that we have, and the moments that we took for yoga, which means yoking. So we had a moment of yoking things together. We had a moment of twisting and detoxing the body. We had a moment of being upside down and inverted poses. And anytime you take the heart above the head, it is always a moment of silencing the mind. So we had a moment of just being thoughtless. All of these moments that we had, that's what we receive them as, just moments. Moments that continue to shift and change as the breath inhales and exhales, the body moves into different moments. And we honor all of that. And then the breath starts to slow down as we find our way in this Savasana pose. And we just have this moment of gratitude. And I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm listening to the sound of rain hitting the window. And I want you to spend as much time as you need in this pose. If you need to roll to one side, if you need to roll all the way over onto your belly, honor that. If you want to sit up and take your Savasana in a seated pose, honor the time that you need in this pose. This video is going to come to an end, but you stay here as long as you need. I thank you for practicing with me. I thank you for allowing it to be my practice also and not just a moment to guide you. But I thank you for joining me and yoking together. Namaste.